And let's get started. Oh my, how's it going, everybody? Oh, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. We have a very fancy new model here, all new music, as you can see. I've got a beautiful background. I am really hyped. I really hope that you're as excited as I am here. I'm trying to talk directly into the microphone because I got a tip that I should be doing that more. So let me go right up close here. So, this is kind of sort of a model reveal. I know that I showed this off about a year ago. Obviously though, you have not seen the rigged version yet. So, let me do the traditional fashion thing. First of all, how's the audio balance? Is the background music blending in pretty well? I think I've got it to a good level, but always good to make sure here. Let's see. I think that's pretty solid, yeah. All right. I'm told that people on the internet like feet. I've never really understood that. Don't really get it, but I do have some really cool feet here. And you can see cloak physics here. Kind of trying to make things work here. I also like how, so, sort of the standard boots that, that you find, there are, many people where I come from wear these really long boots. And I was talking to my artist, and I said, well, this is kind of the standard thing, and she kind of looked at it and turned it into something that's a little bit different, where I do still have those boots, but there's kind of a covering. There's kind of a pant leg covering right where, right down to the tops of the shoes here. I really like what we did there. We have long legs. I am once again told that nice long legs are very fashionable, which is why I'm very grateful that I have them. Have these little clamps here. You can kind of see a bit of physics on the hands. I can kind of sway back and forth here. I think that's really cool. Obviously, need to be wearing multiple belts. I don't make the rules here, right? And hang on, let me just stick my hand over there. Catch my balance here while we're checking all of the physics here. These nice metal buttons. And, I can even move this other hand here. I really like how the cloak works with all of these extra options that I have here. I can only imagine how much of a nightmare that was for my Live2D rigger. I am very sorry. I put people through so much work to make this happen. But, man, this is really awesome. Hi. How are things going? Oh, man. I've been waiting a long time to show off this kind of deal here. And I know I've posted a few teasers. You may have seen a little bit of what's going on here. But let me show you some things that you haven't seen. First of all, and this might be my favorite part here, we have the anime glasses push. Are you ready? Yes, yes. Seems like I'm gonna have to think about this for a while. That's so awesome. And we have a little bit of reflections on this gem here. I can obviously... Oh, glasses off. Glasses on. Just like with... You know, just like before, the glasses do slide down a little bit when I'm looking down, so I can kind of peer over my glasses here, which I love. Something like that. Very good. We can turn the sword off here, although I imagine that I'm going to keep it on most of the time. But, you know, just in case this sword here gets in the way, we can put it away here. So, let's get to the really cool part, shall we? Yeah. I think that this is the moment that you've all been waiting for. Let me kind of zoom out a little bit. Make sure you can see this. Now, Lan recommends that I freeze body movement when I do this. Personally, though, I don't think I need to. I think this actually works really well here. Ready? This is the full walking animation. This is really cool. We went over so many different versions of this animation here. I had to post a bunch of videos saying, no, you don't understand. Cloaks always billow to the left, or I suppose that they billow to the right when you're looking at me here, but they always billow to my left. Let me put it that way. Always. You watch any kind of animation, even any live action movie. Like I was recently watching, it was the sequel for, well, it was the second Dune movie, and I realized, oh, that cloak always billows to the left. Yeah, cloak is really awesome, and it even works with some of these other arms here. It actually works pretty well. Although, like I said, I have been warned that if I don't lock the body motion here, I can break it. Let me try to break it here. Honestly, this is pretty solid. This isn't really breaking, but I can just lock it here. Stop the leaning left and right. Only move my head, and that makes it maybe a little bit stronger here. Something like that. But yeah, cloak looks really good here. I was really picky on what we do with the cloak. Alright. Let me kind of put this arm back down here. Make sure I'm in the right position. And then, yeah, why don't I, pull up a chair here? Ah, there we go. Much better. And we even have my cat Yuki, who always wants to be near me. Oh, let me unfreeze my body movement here. Have a bit more left-right motion. Yeah! Man, this new model is super expressive here. I can even do things here like here. Let me puff my cheeks out. Ah. Yeah, that tends to be how that works. I can also stick my tongue out here. Ready? Yeah, I can stick my tongue out. Hey? Ah. It's a lot of fun, but kind of hard to talk. But yeah. Awesome stuff. Alright, what else do we have that I kind of want to go over here? Oh, yeah! Oh, I can take the cloak off. Now, on my last model, when I took the cloak off, I was wearing long sleeves, but Mandusaru really said, hey, why don't we give you, why don't we have you show a little bit more skin? And, personally, I'm normally a person who dresses quite modestly here. One of my rules for a lot of the artwork that I commission is that I don't show any skin that's below the neck. But Mandusaru said, hey, I think that this is going to look really good, and she was absolutely right. This looks really cool. It's sort of a different vibe, right? It's sort of a very different feel from the cloak on to the cloak off. Something like that. Yeah, so this is a very kind of a more fit vibe. Looks like something that maybe you would wear in a warmer climate. It's really cool. Obviously, I'm still gonna wear my cloak here most of the time because I really love cloaks, but I'm super glad that I have that option here. Alright, let's talk some expressions, shall we? So, right now, I mean, this model here is actually pretty expressive by default. Like, I can really do a lot just without hitting any buttons here. But since this is my second model, I brought over everything from my first model. So we do have all of the old buttons here too. So let's start with happy. So, yeah. And I am certainly very happy today. We can be sad. I'm in fact very sad because there's an announcement happening in exactly 15 minutes from now that, I'm probably going to be a little sad by, so it's good to have this option here. Yeah, life comes at you fast, right? So. Alright, let's move on. I don't want to take too long here. I can look. Oh dear, I'm a little bit nervous here. I am actually a person who gets scared by horror games and horror movies very easily. This might sound a little bit weird, but I have a really hard time playing Minecraft. Like, I actually get kind of scared playing Minecraft just because of the monsters that can just kind of sneak up behind you, and it's a first-person game, and you get busy building something, and you don't notice, and you're just like, So yeah. Unfortunately, there will be some games where I'm definitely going to be using this toggle quite a bit. I have, of course, I tend to be a pretty mild-mannered person. I don't get angry too often. But, when I get angry, let me tell you, when I get angry, you aren't gonna like it. I can try to grin a little bit while I'm angry. Bit of an angry grin. We have, and this is one of my favorite toggles from my old model, we have the confident. Have that little shonen energy there, right? Have the grin. Yeah. Let me see if I can, hang on, if I can move my mouth left or right. A little bit. I can do it a little bit. Eee. So, I brought over all of the expressions from my old model, but there's one other one. There's one that I really, really wanted. Are you ready? Are you ready for... I think that the nickname in the Japanese scene for this kind of deal, the nickname is Gengimari. Ah. These are the Gengimari eyes. I don't know exactly what that means, and to be blunt, I probably don't want to know. It's probably not something that I would do. But, man. I've seen a few people have this kind of mode, and it's really great. Hello! How are you doing today? Join us. Sorry. Okay, we will only use that button on special occasions, right? Alright, let's see. 10 minutes left in the schedule here. Any other buttons I want to have? Oh yeah, I should mention. If I'm not wearing these glasses... Let me, bring myself back up here. If I'm not wearing the glasses, and I activate the glasses push, we'll put on glasses for the express purpose of doing that. Just in case. I mean, I do love my glasses here, so I wear them a lot. But you never know when I might not be wearing them, and you still want to push your glasses, right? So, modern problems require modern solutions. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. What's up next? Alright. I didn't want to do a full PowerPoint, because that just seems kind of cliched, right? But I did want to put up just a little summary of me, kind of what I'm doing here. Let me move myself over slightly. Sword off. Glasses on. Let me position these. So, in case you're just joining me for the first time, hi. My name is Hector. I'm 28 years old. My birthday is International Shakespeare Day, aka April 23rd. I'm about little bit over six feet tall, 185-ish centimeters. And my anniversary, this is an interesting question. So, normally, people have like a debut when they start streaming, right? I've never had one. So I guess that today is my first debut ever. Ergo, my anniversary is today, right? Like, I don't know if I have a record of when I first started streaming. It was about 4 years ago, right? It was around March or April or something in 2021, but I didn't actually save that. I don't have that first stream any longer. I don't have my first tweet any longer. I don't actually know. But, really, it's not a big deal. So, hey, my anniversary is now March 27th, so we'll make sure to celebrate that next year. And I speak both English and Japanese. I don't speak either of them terribly well, but I do my best. I'm certainly not known for my grasp of many languages. I'm trying, though. I'm really trying. I am trying to learn Japanese. And English, well, my English is a bit of a lost cause. You can probably tell. Kind of wanted to put together just a brief list of, hey, here's the anime that really has inspired me. I mean, I like a lot of anime and manga, but there's certain things that just change how you view life, right? There's certain manga and anime that really stick with you, and this is kind of my short list of things that really continue to blow me away here. So we have Nausicaa, which is Hayao Miyazaki's first ever. Well, it was not his first project, but it was basically, he wasn't really famous yet. He wanted to make Nausicaa as a movie. People said, "Oh well, we can only do this if there's a popular manga." So he said, "Well, fine, I'll just make a manga for 7 years." That's just the kind of person that Miyazaki is. He's like that. Scrapped Princess, great show. I think I'm the only person who even remembers that. Anything from Clamp. I love everything that Clamp has ever done. Same for Rumiko Takahashi. She's made stuff like Inuyasha, Ranma 1/2, that kind of a deal. I love all of her work. Classic. Timeless. Escaflowne, classic anime. Record of Lodoss War, classic anime. And Utena is, it's so good. That's kind of my short list, where if you want to understand me, watch or read these 7 things, and I think you'll understand me as a person. Video games. I play a lot of video games. Not as many as I would like to these days, but if you were to ask me, "Hey, Hector, give me 7 video games that are, that you would bring onto a deserted island for the rest of your life," this is what I would pick. This is pretty similar to my list from the last time that I did this kind of stream. I think I did a hairstyle reveal in 2022, and I gave a list that was very similar to this one. But yeah, these are great, strategy, simulation, and RPG games. That's the kind of games that I play. Let me kind of give some thanks here to the people who made this model possible. So, just to clarify, my old artist, her name was Yaiba. She's retired now. I don't think that she's taking any commissions and hasn't for a couple years. So, you know, we're still on very good terms though. But you know, just for future updates, you know, I just decided to move to a new artist for this model. So this is a artist named Mandu Saru. She is really great. She has drawn a lot of VTuber models, some of which you've probably already seen. And I had this this model artwork ready summer of 2023. I've had it for almost 2 years now. But what I just decided on is that I really, really, really have to have my rigging done by the same person who did my original model. It really has to be Lan. Lan is so good. So and she basically said, "Hey Hector, you might be waiting for a long time on my wait list. If you're if I'm gonna do your new model." And I said, that's okay. And I think that I made the right choice. This model came out so well, so super big thanks to both of these people, and I highly encourage you to check out their work. Last but not least, we have 2 minutes left. I want to give a couple more shout-outs here. A couple other people who worked really hard to make this day happen. So, this room here, let me just turn off a little bit of this here. Turn off this. Turn off this. And let's actually change it to daytime here. Woo. This artwork here is from Kiera Works. I am super glad. I mean, it was a great honor to work with her here too. Kiera has done lots of background art for some really famous people, like, you know, Kolo Live and Niji Sanji and what have you. So for her to accept me and do this for me here, oh, this is more than I ever dreamed. And I'm really biased, but this might be my my favorite room art that I've ever seen. This is so good. Let me turn it back over here. All right, we're pretty much out of time here, but quick note. So, for the opening animation here, so the side-scrolling background was done by Venna Sear. She's done a few other things for me. Yeah. Background change. There are actually 3 versions. I don't have time to show you the super late night version. You'll see it later. But Mako, who's a really great animator, did that running animation here. And the music that you keep hearing, both songs were done by my favorite violinist here, Sizzlebird. He's been around for a long time. I think that we first talked, oh dear, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years ago was when I started following his music. He does really great music, and these 2 songs that he made for me are totally custom made. They are only for my stream. They won't appear on any other channel. All right, we are out of time. I know that people want to go and watch that other stream that's starting right now. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be kind of sad news, but hope for the best. All of the cool stuff that you see here will be premiering as a standalone video later tonight. So we will have a standalone video for the opening animation, standalone video for the room art, and then a special Live2D showcase video to sort of show you all the features of this model in less than 2 minutes. All right? Thank you for coming here. Wow, we are going to have a lot of fun. I am going to use the heck out of this new model. We are going to have an awesome time. All right? I'll see everybody over the weekend. I'm going to play some more Civilization 7. Now that it's I wouldn't say that it's fully patched yet, but it's starting to look better. So, see you in a couple of days for the Civilization stream. In the meantime, have a good night.